Wes Moore, there's obviously no place for the crime, for the looting, for the rioting, none at all. Those are crimes. But there's another void that has been revealed here, another pain point that I think has been ripped open. And it's the question as to how to validate what has been happening. Obviously, what happened with George Floyd really just touched off what has been kind of a sea of problems with black men in America and police treating them differently, being black in America being different than being white in America. How do we effectively, it was so controversial when people were kneeling at the, how do we hear this issue aired out in a way where we can get to some sort of change?
We have to be able to understand why we are in this moment in the first place and what it was that triggered this moment in the first place. You know, I completely hear the argument of the fact that there are valiant and remarkable people who are wearing the uniform and being asked to provide policing, provide policing activities right now. I remember when I was deployed in Afghanistan as a paratrooper, being sent over to countries and sent over to lands that, frankly, I didn't have a sense of history or context of, and being asked to perform work that in many ways felt like an impossible task, where you're walking into communities and walking into areas and asking people to trust you with your flak vests and your Kevlar and your weapon in your arms without a concept of the history of contempt, the history of improper actions that were also then manifesting themselves in my being there. And at the same time, I think we have to be able to listen and appreciate what is going on and what exactly the protesters are asking about the fact that for many people in our communities, the people who are paid to protect us have become our predators. The fact that this is never going to be about a simple act of good actors versus bad actors. We have to attack a system that historically and systemically over-polices in certain neighborhoods, is left not to be accountable in certain neighborhoods, the fact that certain things and certain actions that are taking place in certain neighborhoods, while if that happened in one neighborhood, that officer would have his job taken away from him before he returned to the precinct. And when it happens to other neighborhoods, they just continue coming back to work. And so when we're talking about what is the ask here, it's to understand that the arguments around this, these aren't exaggerations, that these aren't things that people are just making stuff up. And I think what it comes back to this idea that I think America, and when we're talking about Black America, and what this ask is, Black America is just asking the larger country to love us the way Black Americans have loved this country. In the fact that since its inception, we have been part of building this country, building its economy, creating the cultural force that it is. But when you're looking at the actions that we're now seeing in this long line now, and we're just adding Mr. Floyd's name to just a much longer line, it's important to understand why that frustration is sitting so hard on people and why tranquility is not necessarily the goal for a lot.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.